Hola y buenos días. Yo soy el señor Morris. ¿Cómo están? Espero que estén muy bien. Today we're starting a brand new unit about the place where most of you go almost every day. As a matter of fact, this is the place where most of you are right now. What place do you think I'm talking about? Well, I tell you what, while you're thinking about that, let's go ahead and sing our greeting song. Canten conmigo. Buenos días, ¿cómo están? ¿Cómo está? Muy bien, gracias, muy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted? ¿Y usted? Good morning, good morning. How are you? How are you? Very well, I thank you. Very well, I thank you. And you, and you. Muy bien. I tell you what now, can anyone tell me what place do you think that we're going to be studying during this unit? You may be at this place right now. You probably go to this place almost every day of the week, not on the weekends. Can any of you raise your hands and tell your teacher what you think I'm talking about? Raise your hand, tell your teacher. Sí, muy bien. La escuela. La escuela. What is that? The school. Now, most of you probably noticed that when you first meet an adult, they'll often want to know if you go to school. You notice that they come and say, "Oh, do you go to school?" Well, if you were to meet a Spanish-speaking adult, he or she might ask you like this. ¿Vas a la escuela? ¿Vas a la escuela? You see this right here? This says, do you go, vas a la escuela, to the school? Or do you go to school? Now, from our last unit, you should know how to answer. Okay? Do you remember? How would you answer that? ¿Vas a la escuela? You'd say, sí. Now, there's another question often asked young people about school, right? After they say, oh, do you go to school? They might ask you this. ¿En qué año vas? ¿En qué año vas? And this is asking, in what year, ¿en qué año vas? Do you go? In what year do you go, or what grade are you in? Okay, that's the question. Well, let's look at some ways that you might answer this. You might say, en primero. En primero. And you know what grade that would be, right? Some of you might answer like this. You might say, en segundo. En segundo. That's right, huh? Some of you might even answer like this. En tercero. En tercero. And you know what grade that is, right? Yeah. And some of the students who are watching might even answer like this. They might say, voy al kinder. Voy al kinder. Yeah. Well, how would you answer this question? Well, I tell you what, I'll give you a chance to figure it out with this video. Ahora, presten atención todos.
Hola, ¿cómo te llamas?
Me llamo Luis. ¿Y tú? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Me llamo Sandra. ¿Y tú?
Me llamo Alejandra. ¿En qué año vas?
En segundo. ¿Y tú?
En primero.
¿Y tú?
¿En qué año vas?
al kinder.
Now this time, so you can actually answer my question, I'd like for you to stand up when you hear the answer that you would give. Now, if you feel comfortable, you can even try repeating it. Okay? Remember, the question is, ¿En qué año vas? ¿En qué año vas? En primero. So if you're in this grade, go ahead and stand up. En primero. Okay. Go ahead and sit down, everyone. You can answer the question by saying, en segundo. So if you're in this grade, go ahead and stand up now. And can you say segundo? All right. Everybody go ahead and sit down. How about this? En tercero. En tercero. If you're in this grade, go ahead and stand up now. En tercero. And see if you can see that. Say that. Tercero. Okay, everybody go ahead and sit down. How about this one? Voy al kinder. Voy al kinder. Okay? And if you're in this grade, you can go ahead and stand up and see if you can say that. Voy al kinder. Muy bien. Muy bien. Now, did you stand up when I said your grade? Good. Another question you may get asked has to do with your teacher, or tu maestro, el maestro, if your teacher is a man. Remember when we were talking about family members, and we said that el meant it was a man, and if it ends with o, that means it's a man? Okay? Or la maestra, the teacher, la maestra, if it's a woman. Right. Well, if you remember what we studied last unit, you should be able to figure out this question. ¿Cómo se llama tu maestro? Remember, ¿cómo se llama was what is the name of tu maestro, if it's a man, or ¿cómo se llama tu maestra, if it's a woman? All right? And remember, to answer that question, you will say, se llama, and then say your teacher's name. Okay, so you can practice that by telling your teacher or some of your other students. Well, I tell you what, since we're on the subject of school, there are a lot of people and things in your classroom that you may want to name in Spanish. Teachers, there's a list of terms for classroom things in your teacher's guide that you can use. It's on the page called Vocabulary and Useful Phrases for Teachers. Let's see. What do you call the person who runs your school in English? You remember? The principal. That's right. Y en español es el director. And that sounds kind of like the director, the person who directs something, right? And if it's a man, he is el director. If it's a woman, you would call her la directora. La directora, and you see that one ends with a again to kind of help you remember that it's a woman. Okay. Now the principal is a very important person in school, but I know who is even more important. Can you guess who the most important people in the school are? What are schools for? Do you know who it is? Los alumnos. That's right. The students are the most important. Hey! Our friend Paco is here. Paco. Now, we were just talking about alumnos. Could you tell the boys and girls something about yourself?
Yo soy un alumno.
Muy bien, Paco. Sí, tú eres un alumno. Eres un alumno. Ajá. Oh, hola, Alicia.
Hola.
Well, Paco just told us something about himself since we were talking about alumnos. Could you tell us something about yourself, please?
Yo soy una alumna.
Sí, Alicia, tú eres una alumna. Ajá. And what about you? ¿Eres un alumno, like Paco, o una alumna, like Alicia? Well, let's see if you can identify yourselves by standing up and repeating along with either Paco or Alicia. Okay? So everybody get ready. You're going to stand up with either Paco or Alicia. Paco, could you go ahead and tell us now your sentence?
Yo soy un alumno.
Okay, are all of the boy students standing up, and did you repeat along with him? All right, very good. Everybody go ahead and sit down now. Siéntense todos. Now, let's see. Alicia, could you help us out here?
Yo soy una alumna.
Very good. Now, are all of the girl students standing up, and did you repeat along with Alicia? Hey, well, you guys are doing a great job of helping us out here. Everybody go ahead and sit down. We're going to watch a video to review what we've just been talking about. And there's going to be a new word in the video. Let's watch and listen and see if you can figure it out. Ahora, presten atención y repitan todos.
Hola, ¿cómo te llamas?
Me llamo Luis. ¿Y tú? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Me llamo Sandra. ¿Y tú?
Me llamo Alejandra. ¿En qué año vas?
En segundo. ¿Y tú?
En primero.
¿Y
¿Y
tú?
tú? ¿En qué año vas?
Voy al kinder.
Hola, Sandra. ¿Cómo estás?
Bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
Bien, gracias. ¿Vas a tu salón?
Sí.
¿Cómo se llama tu maestra?
Se llama Olivia. ¿Cómo se llama tu maestra?
Se llama Lila.
Buenos días, señor Matos.
Buenos días, niñas.
El señor Matos es el director.
Sí.
Adiós, Alejandra.
Hasta luego, Sandra.
Este es mi salón.
Did you hear the new word? Sí, muy bien. El salón. El salón. Este es mi salón. That's right. Now you know what to call your classroom in Spanish. Well, we're going to go over some of our new words with today's activity sheet. It's called el personal de la escuela, or the people who are in the school. Go ahead and start off by writing your name at the top of your paper. And I hope you're using your Spanish name now on your papers. The instructions say, trace the words in the column, and then we're going to match each word to the picture it names, and then we'll fill in the blanks below. Okay? Well, let's go ahead and start with this one. Let's trace this word. And this word is el. A, L, U, M, N, O. El alumno. How about this one? E, L, D, I, R, E, C, T, O, R. El director. L, A, L, U, M, N, A, la alumna. How about this one? E, L, S, A, L, O, don't forget the acento, N. El salón. L, A, M, A, E, S, T, R, A. La maestra. L, A, D, I, R, E, C, T, O, here we are, R, A. La directora. E, L, M, A, E, S, T, R, O. El maestro. Now, if you need more time to copy those or trace those, go ahead. Let's see if we can match up these people over here with these words. This young girl is a girl student. She is la alumna. So we'll draw that line to her. This guy here, he's the teacher, or el maestro. This woman here, she's in charge of the school. She's the principal, or la directora, if it's a woman. This guy here, he's pretty young. He's a student, or in español, el alumno. This woman here is a teacher. A female teacher is called la maestra. Here's this guy, he's the principal. A man principal is el director. And this classroom here, that is el salón. Now down here at the bottom, we have some questions for you to answer. Yo me llamo, and you answer there what your name is. Mi maestro or maestra se llama, and you'll write your teacher's name right in there. Y el director o la directora se llama, and you'll write your principal's name, if it's a man or a woman, right there in that blank. All right, thank you very much. Well, we've covered a lot of new things today, and we'll go over these things again, but right now es hora de la despedida. Canten conmigo la canción de despedida. Adiós, queridos amigos, que les vaya muy, muy bien. Adiós, queridos amigos, y cuídense también. Until next class, adiós.